Alright, here comes another call. You forgot
The
the rest.
party you have dialed is not accepting calls at
9.
We're sorry. The party you have dialed is not accepting calls at this time.
So Coalition of Health Services is not accepting calls.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
That's community option thing. Let's try again. 352-6700.
We're sorry.
9806358 8177.
Ronald McDonald House, this is Jackie.
Hello, my name is Tiffany Cassandra Graham. Also, Mrs. Breather Graham. I'm calling because me and my children, we've been displaced from each other for quite a while. They're currently at the Embassy Suites, and we need assistance. They need food and clothing.
Okay, you need to hang up and dial 211.
Why can't I speak to
What
someone?
we do is we take care of families who have children in the hospital.
Okay.
Okay, you can call 211.
Well, I have terminal cancer in addition to being a former McDonald's employee. And I do believe that the Ronald McDonald Charities does more than just taking care of sick children. But my children also are sick. They have, excuse me, can you please listen to me? They have a varying degree of life-threatening ailments. And with the current condition of the environment, I can't go to them, especially since I have no financial means to bring them clothing and food. But since they are occupying 9 rooms at the Embassy Suites, downtown Amarillo, Texas, I do believe that there is something that you can do, seeing as Ronald McDonald would be the owner of the Ronald McDonald House Charities. So since I'm a former employee, I do know that between him and Rashad Smith, there is something that can be done for the children that occupy 9 rooms at the Embassy Suites downtown. Please make sure Kokiba Cherokee, she's the oldest there, 20, gets a phone call so she can tell you what they need to eat and all of their sizes so they can be, yes, I know, thank you, because they all are terminally ill to one degree or another. So I know you can assist them. Well, not you, but someone else within the charities. Thank you very much. Type of bullshit I gotta go through. Like, if y'all would give me my income and give me, like, whatever we need medically. Like, I could be there or wherever the hell we might happen to be, like on the farm where we live, while we're traveling around trying to save mommy's life. So I could be there for my children myself and do all of these things myself. I have my own nonprofit sorority, nonprofit organization, where all my funds are through for-profit endeavors for nonprofit societal gains, in addition to settlements and restitution payments and all of these other things that are held by EBM laboratories to make sure allocation of Tavari doesn't get taken advantage of or abused in any way. So if I hold a nonprofit organization to do this and other, and I've been a human being on the planet for 39 years, I know Ronald McDonald House can do more than just help children in the hospital. My children are destined to end up in the hospital without their mother, who's their primary care physician, in addition to every other thing that's been going on. For instance, I mentioned in a previous video, they dropped pounds of snow on their house, our house, and the farm, in the snow. So it had to be melted. And once it got melted, they said, damn, that didn't come where mommy is. All right, so here they are, and they need food. We're here, sick and trapped. We can't get to them. We can't get clothing and food to them. They can order this, that, and the other, but supplies are limited. They only have access to what they have access to. And with there being so many of them and them needing all the assistance that they need, everyone needs food. I know, let's consult Maslow's hierarchy of need. I don't agree with it, but let's consult it anyway. The base of the pyramid would be physiological needs or safety needs or whatever the case might happen to be, but we would say basic food, shelter, food, water, clothing, general care, things of that nature. So they're all there looking for these things. They have whatever they might happen to have, but they grow, they're sick, they need medicine, they need all different types of things. So I'm glad someone like Ronald McDonald decided, once he started his restaurant and he got his capital for his nonprofit, that he would do that. And between him and now Rashad Smith, who's also part owner of the company, McDonald's, from working there since, goodness, basically before he can get his working papers, he's been working at McDonald's. So I know that there's something more than that can be done. For instance, the Salvation Army is not taking phone calls. I kept this video going. So you've seen how many numbers I dialed, and they said, these are human services organizations that are listed as social in the 2019 Amarillo Panhandle phone book. They're saying that they're not accepting calls. Why aren't you accepting calls? Like, oh, so this is a time of a disaster or something like that. So why is it that I'm preparing to check out of this room that I was in for 6 nights, or 6 nights being tonight, I had to pay $444 just to stay here for 6 nights. But I'm informed that this is a fallout shelter, my fallout shelter, and I'm not supposed to leave. In addition to the fact that I should be receiving a chargeback. I'm a former Wyndham employee and doing this and the other. So that price was already not well. I'm extremely sick and pregnant. I have terminal cancer, as I mentioned. So I already know that there's more on this planet that they can do for me other than for me to spend this last night here and then prepare to check out at 11 a.m. tomorrow to go to the resource center. And then what? If the Salvation Army is not getting any calls, and that's where I was supposed to be in the first place for 90 days while I worked on self-sufficiency, then where exactly am I to do? They're not accepting any calls. They won't let me stay there. Let me stay there one night. I was sexually assaulted and forcibly removed from Walmart, one of my places of employment, when I was on my way out of the door to catch the bus to get to the Salvation Army. And they say since I arrived there in handcuffs in a police car, even though the police officer didn't escort me to the door or say anything to them, I was told that I couldn't sleep there, so it's back to sleeping outside. I'm not from Texas. I'm not from Panhandle County. I'm not familiar with these surroundings, but I'm familiar with the planet. Now, I would know, to forcibly remove me when I was on my way out the door, accusing me of stealing without consulting the video or anything else like that. In addition to the fact that I have no reason to steal, to be accosted like that. I had to pull everything out of my bags while I'm sitting in the riding car, as disabled as I am, and it showed like all the people who were around watching, a security guard who lied and said I stole. Like all of those things were on video. So these are like unregistered, unlicensed vehicles and handcuffs, and like having to transport me there when I was on my way to get on a bus. It's just like, it does not make any sense whatsoever that I'm this bullied and this disabled and being this sexually assaulted and tormented, this, that, and the other, and all these different kinds of ways. So it shows and it stands the reason that I'm trying to prevent my children from going through any of this heartache and things like that. Heartache, headache, physical and mental debilitating. Oh gosh, easy what happens. But anyway, so I know all of these different things that are set out for us as human beings to survive what's going on the planet, especially this unprecedented, uncategoried, undocumented throughout the course of time, like this domestic terrorism that we happen to be fighting. Like, it doesn't matter that I'm a member of the United States American military, no matter how many times I say it, and all of my pensions from my first job, actual job, working when I was 16 years old, all of them were stolen. Mind you, before that, I did things like help create a new brand of graham cracker, things like that I did as a toddler. So all the income that I've earned income in addition to pensions and 401ks and saving options, all these different things, they've all been stolen from me. I have no way to contact anybody. I don't have anybody's phone number. My things get stolen frequently. For instance, my reason for calling the Salvation Army today was so I could speak to Major Breckholm Stone. I keep being told in order to obtain re-entry, I have to speak to Major Breckholm Stone. But for some reason, there's no way I can get in touch with her. All right, she's a military professional. I'm a military professional. So why is it that we cannot seem to find each other on this planet? I don't have a phone number. I keep mentioning I'm at the Super 8, and it's very funny that I'm still dealing with, over the course of the 6 days that I've been here, they dropped my last name from the register, and I keep telling them to add it. I showed them my my resource center ID that lists my last name, but for some reason they feel like I'm Tiffany Cassandra, not Tiffany Cassandra Graham, not Mrs. Breathe Graham. I'm nobody but whoever they decided to say that I am. So since I keep going through identity theft and theft of income and internal industrial espionage and capital federal criminal activity against me, all of these different things, it's kind of hard to believe that all of these things are going on in the country as of right now, and I'm an active duty military professional. Even if you want to consider the fact that I'm just enrolling in a I just enrolled last May in a PhD program in military sciences, in addition to re-enrolling in ROTC, which makes me an ROTC officer and not a cadet because this is my second enrollment. So I've been an active duty military professional since I've been learning as an ROTC cadet when I was 15 years old, when I attended High Placement Academy High School, Kaplan University in Hyde Park, Massachusetts. So here we are in 2021, and we're all going through the strangest of situations, like traveling back and forth across the country or back and forth across the state, and you see all these tans and creams and brown and clay coloring of the clays. And the last time you end up traveling through that part of the community, it's green. You finally end up in a hotel for the